Hello everyone, and welcome to Galaxy 89 Cars. Today, thanks to the team at Rolls-Royce Motor Cars headquarters at Goodwood, I'm bringing you an exterior and interior in-depth tour of a 2018 Rolls-Royce Phantom. First unveiled in 1925, Phantom has been known as one of, if not the finest, luxury motor car in the world. At a time when other luxury manufacturers are pursuing the mass market, Rolls-Royce is instead turning its attention to small volume manufacturing, with a focus on truly unlimited bespoke creations that better reflect luxury items than automobiles. Before we can take a look at the impressive engine bay, the bonnet needs to be unlatched, using the latch on the driver's side. The bonnet itself can then be easily lifted up and self-supported on two gas struts. This 8th generation Phantom is powered by an up-rated version of the engine found in the 7th gen car, a front-mounted 6.75 litre twin-turbo V12 that produces 563 brake horsepower and 900 Nm of torque. That's 110 brake horsepower and 180 Nm more than its predecessor. This output produces a 0 to 62 mph or 100 km/h time of 5.1 seconds, down by over half a second, and a limited top speed of 155 mph, up by 6 mph over the previous model. This increased power may be more important than you may first think, as it provides an even greater level of effortlessness. This model has received aesthetic, technological and mechanical updates. This latest Phantom is crafted from a new aluminium space frame known as the architecture of luxury. It provides significant real-world benefits, such as being lighter, 30% more rigid than its predecessor, a very important factor for any Rolls-Royce to ensure a smooth and effortless drive, and also acts to enhance the car's interior acoustics. It is 5,762mm long, 2,018mm wide, and has an unladen weight of 2,560 kilograms. This Phantom is sitting on front and rear 22-inch, fully polished forged alloy wheels, one of 5 wheel options. The tyres here have been specially developed for this car and come with silent seal technology. Essentially, a special foam layer is added inside the tyre, which reduces noise down to a reported 9 decibels. Stability, an integral part to any Rolls-Royce, is provided by a front double wishbone and a 5-link rear axle tied to a new 4-wheel steering system for tighter turns. There is also a new adaptive air suspension system that automatically adjusts the suspension up to 100 km/h via a front-mounted stereo camera. Braking is provided by ventilated discs at each corner, and the new adaptive cruise control system can auto-brake to maintain a selected safe distance to the car ahead, thanks to a radar-guided distancing system. Now we've finished the model overview, we can begin the in-depth exterior tour. One of the ambitions for Phantom VIII was to produce a more flowing aesthetic. The lower grilled section has now been opened up, with only slim stainless steel ticks on either side. The bumper above sits more flush to the car than before, and the Gen 7 Series 2 straight daytime running light arrays above are now just an opening for increased airflow. Centrally, the grille, made from hand-polished stainless steel, has been integrated better into the panels around it. The bodywork angles around the headlights have been substantially softened. The lights themselves now take on a frosted effect around the edge, with one of the most advanced laser light main headlight systems in the world that produces up to 600 meters of nighttime illumination. Moving up, the Spirit of Ecstasy sits just over 1 centimeter higher than before. However, one thing that hasn't changed is the level of customization available with this iconic figure. The leading lateral edge here sits lower than before, and its angles are softer. This mirrors the more central bonnet line that rolls over to meet the stainless steel strips that run the full length of the bonnet. These strips also climb gently over the windscreen to create a smoother, more flowing aesthetic. Now we can move along the side of Phantom. Here, a coach line adorns the side of the car until eventually fading out. All the coach lining at Rolls-Royce is applied by just one highly qualified and experienced technician. Below are polished double R badges with integrated indicators. Above, we find the large wing mirrors with park assist cameras on the outside edge, and blind spot assist icons within the mirror itself. Running below are the side skirts. A slim, stainless steel strip found here can distinguish an extended wheelbase car from a standard model. The door handles are also made from stainless steel and are not integrated as in other luxury cars, because they are seen to be integral first touch points that reflect luxury and refinement. Rolls-Royce believes solid components better reflect this. Just behind this, the coach line fades out gracefully. The long roof above features dynamic lines on either side, with a compact shark's fin antenna at the rear. Moving down, the fuel tank flap is found on the right side flowing rear pillar. It can be easily opened with a light depress. Phantom has a fuel tank capacity of between 80 to 100 litres, with the car offering a combined MPG of 20.3. The rear window, bordered once again by a single strip of stainless steel, has a more raked and sleek appearance to mirror the Phantoms built in the 50s and 60s. Moving down, the tail is crafted from a single sheet of superformed aluminium to also enhance the car's smoother appearance. Below this is another stainless steel strip with a reversing camera below it. The outside edge of the rear lights is a softer version of those in the previous car, but the interior is presented quite differently. Instead of horizontal strips, the new light complex is presented vertically, positioned centrally instead of towards the bottom, and features double R-crests. Moving down, the tighter rear bumper houses a parking assist sensor array just at the front. Below, the optional chrome-plated exhaust covers have been spec'd to the quad exhaust outlets. Now we've finished the exterior in-depth tour, we can move inside. The key is of quite simplistic design, and features buttons to lock, unlock, open and close the boot, and raise and lower the Spirit of Ecstasy. As well as this standard design, the key can be colour-coded to a colour of the owner's choice. The door can be opened easily by pulling the stainless steel handle outwards. Looking inside, we are greeted by an exceptionally well-finished interior space, here upholstered in either tan or Armagnac and black leather. Just as with paint options, for which there are 440 base colours, there are a large abundance of leather hide types, colours and styles available, and Rolls-Royce will aim to meet even the most challenging bespoke request. This leather is coupled here with piano black veneers. Let's start the interior in-depth tour with the doors. Despite being a very large and powerful car, Phantom is astonishingly quiet. It has 2-layer windows that are 6mm thick, with the car carrying 130 kg of sound deadening in total. As a result, this Phantom is 10% quieter than the previous model. The panel below starts with a stainless steel and leather section with a hollow central area. The leather upholstered panel below starts with an embossed Spirit of Ecstasy, with the door release after and 2 speakers from the 18-speaker HD system that offers studio and theatre modes to cater to different preferences. Below this is the leather upholstered armrest with electric window, wing mirror, boot release and seat memory controls. Finally, there is a slim storage compartment and 3 metal strips for extra styling effect. As expected, ingress and egress is very easy. Below, the sill kick plates are finished with the optional Illuminated Plaque, and just behind, the optional polished VIN number plaque. Now moving inside, we can get a better look at the Illuminated Plaque, the lambswool carpets, the pedals, bonnet release catch, parking brake and park hold, engine start-stop button, exterior light controls, first manually adjustable air vent, and the auto close controls for the doors. The large multifunctional steering wheel is electrically adjustable. Adjustments to the car's adaptive cruise control can be made to the left, and controls for volume, torque and voice commands on the right. This new area that is enclosed behind a single sheet of hardened glass is known as the gallery. Here it sports the launch spec aluminium veneer, but this entire area is completely customizable. To the left of the wheel, we find the engine start-stop button. A light depress of this will start the car's ignition. The screen raises and digital dials illuminate and begin their start sequences. The digital dials ahead are quite simplistic in this model, but from right to left. Power reserve or engine revs, but here presented in percentage, speedo in kilometers per hour with basic trip info below, and fuel level and engine temperature. The new 12.3-inch TFT backlit screen is also housed behind this glass. The infotainment system is still based on the BMW iDrive system, but has an updated and improved Rolls-Royce user interface. The first menu screen is for media and radio, which includes the AM, FM and DAB radio, TV tuner, CD and DVD, and Bluetooth and aux connections. Call and phone connectivity options are next, with navigation controls after. The application screen comes next, which offers Rolls-Royce assistance, ability to manage connected devices, and to personalise the menu. My Vehicle comes after, where the user can alter a wide range of features such as vehicle and system settings, to raise and lower the Spirit of Ecstasy, as seen here. General car and driver information, and the driver's handbook. This screen can also be utilised for the reversing camera system. The first display is a standard rearward view, but a composite image of the car's entire surroundings can be generated to assist the driver with parking. This can be switched through 8 viewpoints. The dash ahead is a smooth, flat leather upholstered area with the HUD in front. The classic analog clock is also found near the gallery. An old Rolls-Royce belief is that the clock is the loudest part of the car. The clock can also be fully customised. Moving down, we find the first array of controls: metal manually adjustable air vents, hazard lights, volume scroller, and internal lock control. Below is the CD player with track presets and skip buttons. An 8-speed ZF fully automatic gearbox is found in the Phantom. It can be controlled by the car's satellite-aided transmission system. This uses real-time sat-nav information to help the car decide which gear will be best suited for the current and upcoming road conditions. However, there is a low function, which holds onto gears for longer for improved acceleration. The front dual-zone climate controls are next. These have 5 preset fan speeds, with temperature adjustment sliders underneath. Controls for seat and steering wheel heating and demist can also be found here. Under this button array is the first of 3 small storage compartments. The second is just underneath and can be exposed by pushing the lid forwards. The third is just behind and houses 2 concealed cup holders with a sliding lid. Just above this and coming out of the central storage area is the control station for the infotainment system. The main scrolling and tilting wheel is central, with the direct access controls for various menu screens around it. Behind are small buttons for parking sensors, to adjust ride height for easier ingress and egress, and reversing camera. After use, this station can easily be folded away with a light push. Behind and above this is a double armrest upholstered in soft leather. This can be unlatched at the front and lifted up to reveal a large illuminated storage area with a clip to secure devices on the side. On either side of this are the leather upholstered, heated seats, here with double R headrest crests and matching colour piping. The colour style and embroidery is once again fully customisable. The controls for the extensive amount of adjustments can be found to the side. Now we've finished in the front, we can move to the rear. In addition to the interior auto-close function, the doors can also be auto-closed from the outside. Despite being quite large, heavy structures, the rear doors open as easily as the front. The iconic Rolls-Royce umbrellas can be found here, just behind the second seal. Unsurprisingly, the interior of the rear doors mirrors the front very closely. They feature a similar polished steel and leather panel above, with 2 speakers, the door release catch and embossed Spirit of Ecstasy below. Underneath, we find the ashtray for the optional smokers package, with left side climate and window controls behind, and seat heating and seat memory options to the side. At the very bottom of the doors we find wider, leather upholstered storage areas. Rolls-Royce report that more of their customers now drive their cars, but despite this, the rear spaces will always be focused more towards luxury and comfort than the front. This is seen immediately with the headrest padding on the heated, electrically adjustable seats. There are 2 main seats on either side, with what is known as an occasional third seat centrally. The two main seats have been tilted back and inward slightly to create a more relaxed seating position and reduce effort from occupants if they wish to talk. The suicide doors make ingress very easy. Now inside, one of the first things we find are the dual menu adjustable air vents coming out of the pillar. Looking around to the left, by the quarter window, we find the buttons to close the door, volume controls, and buttons to raise and lower the footrests. On the opposing side are two small lights to aid illumination, and above a leather grab handle. Looking up, we see a seemingly significant space to the front dash and starlight headliner. When not being used by an occupant, the back to the occasional third seat can be pulled down. The front piano black veneer lid can be opened to reveal a second control array. Here, the 12-inch high-definition theatre screens and handmade picnic tables can be unfolded. These feature a digital clock and media info panel at the bottom of the screen. All the same menu screens can be accessed and controlled in the rear as in the front. My Vehicle, Media, Phone Connectivity, Navigation and Applications. This screen is controlled using the central control array. The screen and picnic table can be folded back by depressing and holding the button found to the left. The control panel can then be concealed again by easily folding the lid back down. Below and at the front are two deployable cup holders, and on the sides, the adjustment controls for the rear seats. Behind, there is another sizable illuminated storage compartment. Looking further back, we find the optional central cool chamber. The bottle itself is stored upright, and two Rolls-Royce champagne flutes are stored inside to guarantee chilled glasses. After use, the lids can then be easily placed back into their upright positions. Looking up, softly illuminated vanity mirrors can be unfolded from the ceiling, and more general illumination can be found in between. Below, there are lambswool mats, footrests and floor heaters. Now moving outside, we can see the soft close function of the doors, which of course is also found at the front. As previously mentioned, the key can be used to open the boot, in addition to the button to the left of the wheel. When open, the boot lid is supported by two curved struts. In total, it offers 548 litres of storage capacity, as it's quite deep and has two indented sections on either side. The soft boot carpet can also be colour matched to the interior. Many bespoke items, such as picnic, hunting and drinking sets, can be fitted here. Above is the button for auto close, however, the key can also be used. We can now move back inside to see the final few features. There is a large illuminated glove compartment on the passenger side. Once again, this area can be customised. Above, we find the front cabin microphones to ensure crisp and clear sound quality during Bluetooth facilitated calls. In front of these are the large leather upholstered sun visors with illuminated vanity mirrors. Centrally, we find further reading lights and illumination in addition to controls for the SOS beacon and starlight headliner. Finally, the auto-dimming rear-view mirror sits centrally. So that concludes my exterior and interior in-depth tour of the new Rolls-Royce Phantom VIII. Thanks again to the team at Rolls-Royce headquarters at Goodwood. Please find all their contact details in the description of the video. Please subscribe for all the latest content, and until next time, thanks for watching.